So I've been very busy. Very, very busy since I made that last video, which in my days was like yesterday afternoon. For today's video, I've just decided to do the main rooms from the primary list. So that includes all the styled bedrooms for each of these towers, which will be revealed. Peach's room, which will be in here, which I'm going to tell you straight away, because if I wasn't going to put it in here, you're crazy. This big space up here, which will be revealed when I'm finished, I promise. It'll be worth it. The main space here, which will be the main staircase. Bomb Bomb Battlefield's room, which I don't know why I put Bomb Bomb room. I just couldn't spell Bomb Bomb Battlefield. I couldn't be bothered. The throne room, the kitchen, maybe the courtroom. I thought it would be cool to have a courtroom because obviously this is a palace, so it's like justice and blah blah blah. And a few other things that I don't want to spoil because I reckon they'll be really cool. I wonder if you can guess from my building style what they could be. And a few other little itty bitty details in each of these towers and this floor. This floor is going to be super cool to build. I can't wait for you guys to see what I have in store for it. I'm not going to tell you what it is, because I think it's all worth the surprise. And then at the end of it, I'll give you a brief but descriptive tour. And I say brief, as in brief, because we all know I don't do brief. Once everything is complete, so you guys can get a full understanding of this space. And every single room inside it, because it's going to take me forever. Okay, enough of the jibber jabber nothing. I think it's time to get this beautiful exterior. How do you do this? Like every time I see this guy, he's always in the most special of predicaments. Like, how does he even get there? Why would you spawn there? Whatever, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So yeah, I think that is enough to bring from me. Let's get into it, people. these months. All these weeks. It's been nearly a month and a half, I reckon, since I posted an actual video with the Super Mario World, which is crazy. The entire interior of the castle is complete. It has taken me weeks and weeks of planning and building and recording, but it is finally finished. Finally finished. Alright, let's go have a look at it. Let's go have a look. Get this tour underway. Time to give you guys the official tour of Princess Peach's palace. It is a palace. I mean, there's no way that this isn't a palace. I mean, come on. So this will be like a big open, like, platform with railings for the bridge, because obviously this area inside the wall will be a complete moat, because there's always a moat around her castle. And you'll come across the bridge to the big front door, which I'm probably going to put some lighting in. I didn't realize how dark it is in here. And once you open the door, come inside to the entrance hall. Nothing special, nothing big. This way is toward another set of stairs as opposed to all the stairs, but we're going to start here. When you first walk in, you walk straight through here to the main hall. Wow. This, I have taken some very heavy inspiration from Paper Mario. The Paper Mario, I think, the Origami King, with that big open round room with the staircase that leads up to the next floor. So there's exactly 4 doors. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's go through the first door. Now, I feel like it is absolutely necessary that this first door on the left leads to this room. The bonbon room, the painting room, the gallery. I think it is necessary to have it. It's kind of like a special. It has a special place in all of our heart. Yes, this is my terrible painting. This is my terrible version of recreating the painting. I tried to get like the bigger one and then a smaller one. I don't know that there's 3, but I couldn't fit 3. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm pretty sure they're facing the other way. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It looks good. It's complete. It has a nice warm glow. Except there's no lighting on the floor, which I have to change. We'll come back down here and we'll go over here. We'll do floor by floor, I think. So this door here on the right leads into the courtroom. Now this hasn't really shown up in any of the Mario games. Like there's a courtroom in Super Mario Sunshine, but that's different. I thought that because this was a palace and this was like an actual kingdom in a way, I thought I would incorporate different builds to like different rooms to like make it feel like it actually is a kingdom. So I thought it would be cool to have a courtroom. So you got the jurors panel. I'm pretty sure there's 12 seats up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there is 12. Awesome, look at me go. Then here is where the judge will stand, which is usually the princess. This is where anyone who's called to the stand will sit. And I thought I would put a mushroom up behind the judges or the speaker's stand, and look how good that looks. I did that completely by hand, and I looked at one of the pixel drawings of the mushroom and I thought, wow, that looks pretty good. It's the first time I ever did something like that and I'm pretty proud of myself. Then you have rows and rows of seats. Now there's a couple of doors back here that leads to a hallway. I'll take you guys down that hallway when we do the outside. So that's the courthouse. Yes, there are balconies up there and there. I will show you where they lead out from later on. I don't know why, I thought these walls needed something, because this wall has the big staircase. This wall has a nice big Peach statue. Stained glass window. It's the exact replica from outside. There's 3 of them all together, I'm pretty sure. There's this one, there's one outside, and then there's one in the throne room. I don't know, I just felt like the balconies would make a nice touch, and they did. They added a nice touch to the castle. So this door here down the center takes you through a nice little room here. I don't know what this is. It's like an army. Like, you know how they have armor stands in castles because they have to fill in the space. It takes you through to the back hallway. Now, all the hallways are linked up in the castle. I'll show you how they're linked up later. But this takes you through to... I can't remember exactly what I was going to do with this room. So if you guys have any ideas what I should do with this room, whether it be like a display or like I can put like a small little sitting room on each side, I'm not sure, but this will lead out here to the royal garden. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the back as a private quarter, and then the front can be like like people can just come up and walk through the royal garden just to feel connected to the princess or something like that. So coming back out of this door, there is that door up there, but I'm not going to take that door just yet. I want to show you guys the ground floor first. So coming out of this door, you come around this little dip in the floor. I kind of got the inspiration from Super Mario 64. I'm not quite sure what it actually does. It's just there. It's just there for decoration. There's no need for it to be special. And then there's this chandelier up here. It's probably a bit small for the space. I might make it a bit bigger. But I thought it suited the space quite well. Having a nice big chandelier in the middle. I might put like one over there, and then one over there, and then one over there. Just like little ones. So we come back through here. And this is the main hallway. We go down here first. So this is the front door. And we'll go down the right side first. Look at the windows. I was afraid that the blue being on the inside and the white being on the outside, and the stairs and the glass and everything not working, but it actually worked really, really well. Like, it all flows incredible. Can't really see the sun on the outside. Hang on, let me change it the day. Oh, that's nice. Oh, look, you can even see the shadow. Oh, that's nice light. So over here isn't much except the staircase. Now I'll show you where these staircases lead. There's staircases in all 4 of the larger towers on the ground floor, and each of them leads to somewhere special. But I'll show you where they go in a minute. So down here we have the offices, all the different offices for all the different professions. I thought it would be nice to have like an office district. So we have the Chief of War. Oh, I didn't put any lighting in there. Oh, damn. We have the Doctor's office, which is the biggest space in this area. Still no lamps up there. Oh, I forgot to put lighting in these rooms. We have the head chef. He has like a little kitchen in here, so he prepares all his meals. I think this is Mario and Luigi's office, yep. So the 2 brothers have an office here, in case Peach ever, like, so they can keep their stuff special and secret, because obviously they live in a small house, but they never really use it. It's kind of just here. I needed to fill in the space. And then this is the file room. This is just where they keep all their extra stuff, so it's like an empty office. I was going to put barrels and things everywhere, but I was afraid it was going to look too clustered, but now I feel like I should have put it in there, because now it just looks stupid. But anyway, so that's the office section. If we go back down here, we'll go past the front door again, and this time it's on the right. Now this section is like the royal section. I don't know what to say. It's like the not guest quarters, they're on a different floor. But through this, I have no idea what I'm trying to say. Through this door, I didn't put lights in here either. Okay, hang on a minute. Okay, I fixed it. I don't know why I didn't put them in. There we go, that's better. I've got all these little chandeliers all across the dining table. Much, much better. So this is the dining hall, where they have royal banquets. Doesn't get used very often. There's a fireplace down this end, and there's a secret door in here, which I'll take you through in just a minute. Here we have Mario's seat, known as the hero of the village, and up on the other end is Peach's seat, which is why there's pink on it, but I'm thinking I should change it to gold. I don't know. We'll see. And I'm not sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. There's 10 people that can sit at this table, but I guess if you get Mario and Peach and Toadsworth and Luigi and Yoshi and Daisy and pretty much whoever else they invite, it's pretty much sits everyone. They only ever used this room for like really special banquets, and I don't know, it kind of felt necessary to have in a palace. You know how they have like those really big banquet halls. I should have put it in like a bigger space, I think. Maybe it's too small. I don't know, but I don't know, it works for me. So there's 2 more doors here. This is on the other side of the hall. I felt like this needed a couple more doors, so I kind of put like a door up there and a door down here, because otherwise it'd be really empty. And then there's a door here that leads to the same hallway as the kitchen. The kitchen door's just over there, but I'll take you to the kitchen through a little secret area over here. So I thought that the servants should have a little special entrance instead of going through the hallways to make them easier to get through. So in this little archive room, it leads you to like the icebox, which is kind of like the which is kind of like the fridge, a really, really big fridge. For those of you who have worked in like restaurants or something, you'll know what I'm talking about, like the really big freezer rooms. And for those of you who haven't worked in a restaurant before, what they do is to keep everything cool, they have really, really big cold fridges to keep everything cool instead of like the fridges that you have in your house, because obviously they're feeding hundreds of people. So because it's a palace and a castle, I thought they would have the exact same thing. I put like a bunch of barrels and ice and lights everywhere, just enough to like make it look cold, and I think I did pretty good. Oh, the copper columns are frozen. Look at that. I have been building this castle for so long, the copper columns have just stuck. Hang on, let me fix them up. Wakey, wakey. I thought I had 4 of them. Where's the other one? I swear I had 4 copper golems. Where'd he go? I'm missing one. No way. That's not him, surely. No way. Oh my god, is that him? What? Come this way, little guy. Come on, come this way. This way. How did he... Oh, that's how he got up there. Oh, that's kind of funny. I didn't even know these guys could come up here. Come on, this way. Come back to the kitchen. Why won't you go back to the kitchen? It's like he just knows there's nothing waiting for him in the kitchen, so he's like, I'm not going back to the kitchen. I don't want to go back to the kitchen. Why are you going up there? There's nothing... Can I put a lead on this guy? Oh my god, my leash is invisible. Can you guys see that? Like, I've tied the leash to him, but you can't see it. There you go, it's untied now. Wait, okay. What a side quest. Anyway, coming out of the icebox room, you have the kitchen. A really, really big, nice kitchen with tiles and white. It's the only room in the whole castle without blue walls. And I thought it would be just a nice way to separate them, because, you know, kitchens never really have blue walls. They have tiles, because, you know, you get oils and things, and it stains the wall, and it's like, it's easy to clean when it's tile. So I thought I'd make a tile. And I also put little copper golems everywhere to kind of like help organize the kitchen. I don't know why, but I thought they'd be super cool to have. And I completely forgot to wax them, and they all just kind of froze up. That's kind of funny. So if you look at all the different tables, there's different ingredients and breads and lots of cake. Because we all know Princess Peach is very well known for baking cake. Lots of it. So I thought I'd put lots of cake everywhere just to lead into the headcanon, because I thought it was funny. Anyway, this door leads out to this hallway here. The same hallway as the dining room. Now, throughout this next part, it's kind of like servants only, or like staff only, because this section here is staff quarters. Now, there's 2 beds in each room with some shelves, some lights, and a painting. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rooms. Now, this room here is like a special room, because obviously it's 4 blocks. So I was like, oh, well, this room can be for, like, head chef. There you go. Someone very fancy. So there's 12 staff members on this floor. Obviously, there's, like, the cook, and then there's... I'll take you through there in a minute. There's the cooks, and then there's the cleaners, and then there's, like, the paperwork guys, and it's, like... Everyone has their own space. Obviously, there's no doctor room, because the doctor doesn't live in the castle. He, like, comes in from the village, or the city. He comes in, like, a couple times a week, just to check up on everyone. And then there's also the head chief of war, which I haven't thought of giving a room just yet, because I don't think the castle would have a chief of war, if you know what I mean. Like, the Mushroom Kingdom is very, very, like, docile. Anyway, ignore my rambling. So, through this door here, we have the staff lounge, which also connects up to the kitchen, through this door here. Hello. And then also over here, we have staff member of the year, who is Toad. Obviously, because they're all named Toad, so... I thought it was funny, shut up. So we'll come out of here, and we'll come down back around. This is the back of the castle. Oh, that's what I was going to show you. Hang on, I want to show you something. Look at this. Look at the way the sun curves in and reflects shadows in the building, because the sun is, like, right there, and it reflects the light in the hallway. That's so cool. Wrong button. How cool is that? I'm rambling. I really need to stop rambling. Anyway, so coming up down this hallway. Now, this staircase leads you up to the second hallway. I'll show you guys quickly. So this staircase, it's the same in all the other towers as well. They lead you up to the first floor. But I'll take you guys through that one in just a second. We're not finished with my tour. So we come down here. This is the back of the castle now. And, oh, there's no doors on this side. Oh, that's obviously because it's the servants' quarters. So this takes you back to the front of the back of the castle. So the hallway, obviously, is the long way around. But obviously, you know, you have to have hallways connecting everything up. So I was like, well, I might as well have the hallway running all the way around. Because it's like, what happens if you can't go through the main staircases to get to the other rooms, which you can't really. So I was like, well, I might as well have it running around the whole place, make it feel connected and open. So come to the back of the hallway now. This is the other side. This is the opposite side of the dining room. Now this is the war room. Look at it. Look at that. I've got all these different diamond weapons, diamond armor, tridents, mallets, because I thought it would be super cool to have them. All the different armor. They're not enchanted because I was like, I'm not enchanting them all. I could have put like one enchantment on all of them, which is probably like mending, so they would have glown, but another day, another time. And then over here is going to be a handful of maps. So here is a map of Princess Peach's castle, as you can see my hand away. So there's an outline of the castle. Now once the actual landscaping is done, like the whole mountains and the garden and everything, and then once the city is up here, because I'm going to put the city a little further out this way, and that's what I was hoping this entire kind of this map would be specifically, is it would be Peach's castle and the city like this, and then this one's empty simply to the fact that it's gonna contain a map of the whole Mushroom Kingdom. Now I don't know why I put it in such a long table, because the Mushroom Kingdom itself is in the shape of a mushroom, so it would obviously make sense if the table was in the shape of a mushroom, but we'll see. We'll see how all the planning goes. But yes, that is the war room. That is the war council, which doesn't get used very often, because by the time Bowser comes and takes the Princess Peach, it's like you can't even blink. So then we come back around here. Now this is the side where the courtrooms are, if you can't see court attendants past this point only. So I've put little barricades up and doors, which obviously you can just open and close at will. I'm thinking of putting a lever, but we'll see. So this big door here is the big door where, like, whoever the criminal is will come through. People are sitting here will come through that door, but that's like the criminal will come through here. And then the judge comes through this door. Hello? Hello? And then there's one more door over here for the jurors, so they can come in through a separate door. So they don't go out there into the main court, into the main area, because obviously they can't mingle with the other guests. They're not allowed to. They're only allowed to speak to each other. So that's that there. And that concludes my tour of the ground floor. Oh, fun, fun. So we'll come back in through here into the main hallway, and I will go up this next flight of stairs and show you guys the view. How good is that? How good is that? That's like a good 10 blocks all the way up too, by the way, which is super cool. So this is probably the biggest door I've realized in the entire castle. And it takes you through to the second level. Now, there are two sets of stairs here which lead up to the library, which I'm not going to go up just yet. I'm going to do one big loop of the castle to show you the rest of the rooms, and then I'll take you upstairs, because once I go upstairs, there's no real point in coming back down. So you come through here, you find your next set of stairs. It'll take you up to the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th floors, because we're on the... Nope, the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th floor, sorry. Because we're on the 2nd floor now. I mean the 1st floor. And through here leads you to a nice big open sunroom. So there's no windows except for up here. So there's nice big open windows. No windows, they're just big open archives. Opening up to the fresh air. Show you guys what it looks like from the outside. Now I was worried that the two windows would make it look all too much. Like there's too many open holes. But it actually looks really nice. Like, even though they're on different angles, they've actually worked really, really well with the pillars. So I'm really happy with the way that turned out. I was very worried about what I was going to do, because I always knew I wanted a sunroom here. But I was like, how do I have this sunroom? So if you guys have played Super Mario Bros. Wii U, that's where I got the inspiration for this room here. So there's a big chair over here, the princess's chair over here, and chairs on this side. So this is mainly where most of the meals will be had when there aren't any official royal guests. So this is mostly where Peach eats on a daily basis, because she likes sitting here with the open windows and looking out at her royal garden. So we'll come down this way, we'll go down this way, we'll take this trip down here first, because why not? So down here on this wall is just a really big open living room. Really big open living room. I reckon they would use this room as like a private getaway, just to chill and relax by the fire, but also for the jurors who come upstairs from the courtroom. They can come up here, they can sit here and talk, blah, blah, blah. I should put doors here. I'm going to do that, but I didn't want to. And then here again, we've got the staircase, which I guys just took you up. So there it goes down all the way to the first ground floor. That's in every one of the towers. And they also go up to another floor, which I'll take you there in a minute. So this room here is probably my favorite room of the castle. This room is the ballroom. It is huge, like so unnecessarily big. But imagine full of people. I mean, a ballroom is supposed to be unnecessarily big, isn't it? Got a nice big chandelier, beautiful circle on the roof. And I was thinking that I should definitely add a mushroom instead, even on the floor. Like I should put a mushroom. But then I kind of went, it kind of already does look like a mushroom. And that means I'd have to rip up the floor and do a whole new design. And I don't want to, because I really like this design. It looks nice, I think. Just see all these people dancing around the area. And then over here we've got like little balconies for people to observe, you know, to stay out of the way. Just walk and have a look, because, you know, ballrooms seem to have 2 floors for everything. I'm not quite sure why. They just do. Oh, and there's a door all the way over here, which takes you out to the balcony. Hello! This is so unnecessary, but it looks so cool. I don't know, it just does. You know, when you just, this is too much, it's just too much for the crowd, and then you just come out here and you just, and then you see a friend, you're down, hello friend. There's no one in here. It's just me. So we'll come back through here. So I didn't realize, but this is probably the same height and width as the door in the main hall. So I guess these two would be the biggest doors. Anyway, I think this room is another just sitting room. Yeah, another sitting room. Just a private room, so people can just come, sit, enjoy their own company with their friends. This is another sitting room. That's it. That's all it is. There's not many sitting rooms, I've noticed. There's like this one, there's the other one on the other side of the ballroom, and then I'm pretty sure that's it. Like everything else pretty much has a specific purpose. So these 2 doors here are very important. Now I'm going to take you through this door first, because it takes you out to a staircase. Now this room is just a staircase. It just takes you up here to the next floor to a private viewing balcony of the throne room. So this is where Peach will meet with her subjects, meet with the Mario brothers and other royal dignitaries, ambassadors and monarchs or whatever. And this is like 2 balconies over here and here, which will be private viewing rooms only. So like Peach's advisors who aren't sitting down there, Mario and Luigi, maybe Daisy if she's here, they'll stand up here on the balconies and just view everything. I'll take you to those ones in a second, but yeah, so this room here is just for that. So this is also a door to come out here. So this is where like the private ambassadors will come out. Instead of waiting in the common room, in the hallway with all the commoners, they just come out here and they just come in here and they just wait till they can come outside. So yes, this door here takes you through to the throne room. You walk down this carpet, you walk here, you bow before the princess. She says hello and she greets you, and then there's her royal painting behind you there. Very similar to the Super Mario Brothers movie, where she had a really big oval room with her glass pane thingy, which obviously in the movie was very much connected to the one outside. I can't connect the one on the outside because of the way I built the hallways. I would have cut off this door and I would have only had them accessible through here, which now that I'm looking at it would probably have been the better way to do it, because then you could have had like a big open oval shape. But I quite like this area on its own, really. And then there's also little mushrooms on this side.
How cool are they? These ones look better than the ones in the courthouse because they're an even number. The courthouse is an odd number. So the eyes are a little closer and the dome is a little bit more domey. So I thought I'd put them, make it look really royal and proper. Taking you back through the doors I just went through. We'll go upstairs to the second viewing. So this little viewing area up here. Now this is where other nobles will sit, her other council members, those who aren't welcome to join on those balconies there. So this is where people who either don't need to see the princess or are just here to like view, like journalists will probably come up here. Foreign dignitaries who aren't already sitting on those balconies. Traders and merchants who choose to come and watch to see how their kingdom is run might come and stand up here. Whee! Because down here will specifically be for people who need to meet with the princess. So coming through this door takes you out to the second hallway. Now this room is pretty much identical to the one on the other side. And then there's another door here which takes you into another sitting room. This is the last sitting room, I promise. I know I said that twice already, but this is the last sitting room. This is the last one. Liar! Because on this side of the palace are the guest quarters. Now, every palace in the world has a specific area for royal guests, so royal dignitaries and people who stay within the castle. So I'm pretty sure there's 4 on this side and 3 on this side, so which takes a 7. But there's also a few more guest rooms in some other places in the castle, which I haven't shown you just yet, but I will get there. So each of the bedroom pretty much looks alike to this. They have a desk, a bed, a sitting area with a fireplace, and a chandelier. And obviously not lighting. Hang on. Ah, there we go. Much brighter. Now, to anyone actually wondering how I've gotten all these rooms as bright as they have with such little lighting, I've used sea lanterns in different parts of the room, which is why almost every single room in this palace has carpet, because they're actually hiding all the light sources. So if you look here, you can actually see it with the shader pack where they're located. They're actually all visible, and they give off just enough light where if you just look straight forward and not worry so much about what's up, it looks pretty good. So there are some places like the hallways and stuff where I probably could put like 1 or 2 chandeliers, but I didn't want to feel too clustered in little spaces like this, which don't have a lot of space. So I had to figure out a way to light it up without bringing in too many lanterns and whatever. So yeah, there's different I've lit this one up. What the hell? I might keep them just in case, because I might need to light something else up apparently. So there's all these different bedrooms. The bedrooms continue on further down this side here. So all the doors you see on this wall specifically are bedrooms. So this is a bedroom here. It's a bedroom there. And that's pretty much all that this side of the palace is. It's just the guest quarters, because I thought it would be nice to have a specific area. But then this door takes you out to the balcony. Ta-da! So there's the other side. So we're literally on the other side of the palace right now. Why is it there? I don't know why it's there. Maybe so like guests can just come out and watch the commotion from downstairs. Who knows? This door here enters a very special room, which at the moment doesn't lead anywhere. But every palace I know always has a really good exit strategy. Like there's always a special exit, if you know what I mean. Oh, yeah, this is the dead end way. Wait, hang on, I'm lost. So I wanted to have a secret exit for Princess Peach in case something went wrong. But as you can see, it's not finished. What I was gonna do is have a secret little exit out here on this little archive thingy out the side of the palace, because there's a secret, because there's these little archives on either side of the castle. I was like, oh, I could have a secret entrance and exit, but I haven't really worked out how I'm going to do the redstone for it. This is all I've got, because this is literally my level of redstone. This is it. This is my knowledge. This is it. So yeah, there's just a really big open space pretty much on this side and the other side of the palace. Yep, see, look. There's like a good 5 or 6 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 or 5 blocks, depending on how tall it is, of just space. And so it's like I have to do something with it, because I can't not utilize this. You know what I mean? Like there's just so much of it. Anyway, back to the tour. So we'll come out of the guest quarters and we'll come back down here. And if we run just far enough down, we're back where we started. So what I'm going to do now is kick up my feet and fly to this tower here. Now, I keep telling you guys that I'm not going to go up these stairs until I'm finished, until I'm ready. Well, now I'm ready. So each of these towers has a staircase running through the middle. Now, it connects these two levels, so you don't have to use the main hallway all the time. So let's say you've just come out of the guest room and you want to get down to the first floor for a special special dinner evening. You take this set of staircase instead of going through the main hall. Unless, of course, you're requested to go through the main hall. Well, we go up, 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 up. We have another set of guest bedrooms. Now, each of the towers, I'll take you out the balcony. Each of the towers here, on each of the four corners, has a room and a balcony on the top floor. Each room and balcony is specially designed for Peach's closest friends. So, if you guys haven't already guessed, this room is specially designed for Princess Daisy, speaking with all the yellow. So she has a bed, a balcony, some sitting there, another bit of seating, and a special private bathroom, which I have now realized is not in any of the guest bedrooms downstairs, but it's Minecraft, so we just forget. We don't need to worry about the guest bedrooms. It's Minecraft. I didn't think that far ahead. That's literally all. I didn't plan to put guest bedroom bathrooms, which is crazy. Because if I had done that, they would have been so much smaller, but that's okay. So each of the four towers has a balcony and a specially designed room for each of the guests. So this one's for Princess Daisy. This one's for Ouija. The towers are pretty much the same. They just wrap around and they pretty much do the exact same thing. I literally copy and pasted all of the towers once I finished Princess Daisy's, and I just changed the color of the wool on the beds. I got lazy. This one's for his brother Mario, with all the red. Yes, I know it's pointless, Mario and Luigi having bedrooms. Why would they have bedrooms? They live in their own house, but, like, that's not the point. You know what I mean? Like, they're Peach's best friends and heroes. Of course, they would have their own private quarters in the castle. Like, she probably would have offered. Like, she probably would have, like, built them and then offered them, and then they would have just gone like, nah, we'll stay where we are. We like our house. I just thought it would be nice, okay? I didn't think about logistics of that just yet. I just thought that they would do something nice. And the last room up here is for the princess's most trusted advisor, Toadsworth. He has his own very private quarters, of course, because he is the princess's most trusted advisor. You know, he raised her from a little girl. I've just realized that nothing is lighting these towers up except the chandelier, which actually isn't too bad. You know, he raised Princess Peach. He was there to advise her father. You know, he's been there since the beginning, so of course he'd have his own private rooms. So we'll come back down here, and it should take me past the ballroom, back to the back of the castle, where the staircase will take me to the library. That took me a good 10-15 seconds to run halfway around the castle. I didn't realize how big this place was. So yeah, that was my little special secret rooms for each of the towers. I didn't put them in the recording, because originally I was going to have it as a surprise, but then I actually did try and record them, and the recording kind of pooped out, as did the rest of the castle. So you guys will see in the recording, the last of the recording was the library, which I'm about to show you. I was stupid enough to not record Princess Peach's room being built, nor the rooms below that or the room above that. I'm not going to tell you what they are just yet, because it'll be a nice surprise. But I completely stuffed it up, and yeah, it was a foolish thing on my part to do. I definitely that up. Honestly. How ridiculous of me, trying to become a YouTuber and I just can't get my head around it. Anywho, so we're going to take this staircase, because why not? They literally both lead to the exact same place. So we come up here, and it takes you up to the library, the biggest room in the entire palace. It is lined with pillars and windows and sitting areas and bookshelves and bookshelves and bookshelves. Now, when I started building this castle, I had an idea of certain rooms that I knew I wanted, and the library was one of them because I'm a big reader. And the Mushroom Kingdom has a lot of history. You know, Mario has had a lot of games and a lot of adventures, and there's going to be a lot of extensive knowledge. There's going to be a lot of knowledge and books and history. So I was like, I need to have a library. But I also knew there had to be a special way to get up to the next tower, which is obviously the top tower. And I always knew I wanted to build a special spiral staircase. So I did. This took me 2 days on its own because I could not for the life of me figure out how to copy and paste it. So I literally had to build all of this by hand while watching a TV series, which I'm very thankful I did because it looks fucking incredible. So there's 2 sets of stairs here. As you can see, they have signs. This staircase takes you specifically to the library's 2nd floor, and this staircase is for royal permission only because it does not lead to the 2nd floor of this library, it leads to somewhere else, which I will show you in just a minute. So let's go up this. Actually, no, first I'm going to show you the 1st floor of the library, I think. So the 1st floor, you pretty much run on the outside of the bookshelves and you just come in, pick whatever you need and go away. But on the sides, I thought it'd be super cool to have these little tables with candles to make it all look more mysterious. As you guys can see the roof, la la la. And there's obviously little secret nooks and crannies to read. You know, you have a little sitting area. Can't really see anyone here. I mean, this place would be super cool to like play hide and seek in. Like, that would be so cool. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should get some of my friends to play hide and seek with me once I finish working out the castle. And the map, we could like do hide and seek episodes. That could be so cool. I love that. I love that idea. I'm so clever. So yeah, each of the corner of the library, I couldn't put a bookshelf, so I was like, I'm going to put like a little nook and cranny to read. And then out here, this open area is going to be a really big balcony. Now, I haven't put anything out here because what it's supposed to do is it's going to be overlooking the royal garden. It's also the top of the little sunroom here that we have. So I wasn't sure what to put. I was like, should I put a table out here? Should I make it a patio? Have like a couple of little tables? And I was like, I don't know. So when I do the outside of the building, I was like, I'll wait. I'll give it a good think, and then I'll build what I want to put here when I do the garden, because it's like that'll look good. So coming back here to the staircase, we'll go up the 2nd floor of the library. Now, I am going to go up the 2nd floor of the library. It pretty much is identical to the 1st floor, as in like bookshelves and seating arrangements and everything, because I pretty much put the bookshelves in the same positions. You guys would have seen it in the replay mod, what I did, but they're not exactly the same, because there is this. So on the outside of the castle, you'll see that there are towers on this floor with the library. You would have noticed... Oh, I have to go down to the... Hang on, I'll go back outside. This is what I'm talking about. These towers here that are around pretty much on all 4 sides. They exist. And I was like, what am I going to do with them? Because as I was planning the build, I started running out of rooms to use. So each of the different rooms here have a very special purpose. I found a very special purpose for all of them, and I can't wait to show you guys all of them. So we'll start over here in this corner. Oh, I haven't done the decorating in here. Look at how behind I am. There's nothing here. My goodness. My goodness. So we'll go up the staircase, and up here is the rec room. So all of you guys know in Super Mario 64, there's a rec room inside Princess Peach's castle. So I thought it would be super cool to pay homage to that specific room and have a rec room. Just because I thought it would be really cool, and I thought it would be super, just like a little Easter egg for anyone who played on this map whenever I release it out for download, because I will try and work it out. I'm not all tech savvy, but I will definitely try and get it worked out. And yeah, I just thought it would be nice to have a room specially for it. Like, each of the towers is like on its own, like a very special tower. Except for this one, because it's not finished. I don't know why I didn't finish this one. Maybe I just forgot. So we'll continue on down here. I think we're at the front of the castle now. And I'm pretty... So this is what it's supposed to look like on the inside. It has a little table with a couple of chairs and a chandelier, just to fill in the space. So we go around the table. We'll go up these stairs. Now, I don't remember exactly what each tower is, so it's kind of a surprise to myself, even though I built it. Oh, this is the baby's room. I thought it would be super, super cool for a separate nursery to be held inside the palace. Obviously, because whenever Peach needs to have her kids, whenever she was a kid, you know, she had her private little room. So I thought it'd be super cool to take one of these towers and turn it into like a little nursery. Not too far from the King and Queen's chambers, but also separate from the rest of the castle. And if we continue going up the staircase, it takes you up to more storage. And a little playpen for the little kitties. Hello! And I was thinking maybe I should put a bed up here. We can put like a bed up here for like the nanny. She can have like a single bed. I'll come and fix it later. I'll put some little decorations around, but yeah. So that's the nursery. And then we continue on down here. We'll go down this way, because I haven't been this way. And we can go up the next set of staircases. And I think this one is... I think this one's the science lab. I'm pretty sure it's the science lab. Yep. So, obviously, throughout the... Whoa. They are so cool, look at that. The shader pack has turned them into something cool, man. So obviously, within the Mushroom Kingdom, there are heaps of power-ups. There's mushrooms and flowers and mushrooms and feathers and acorns and all this other kind of stuff. And it's kind of like, how did they know what each of these powers can do? So I thought it would be super cool to have like a sciencey lab inside the palace where a scientist toad comes here and figures out what each of the different things can do. Like he, you know, figures out what each mushroom does, what flowers do, you know, so he can like figure out what each little thing does before Mario and his brother and all their friends use it. Obviously, because what happens if they're poisonous? Like, we have a poisonous mushroom in the game. So, like, how do they know? So I thought it'd be super cool to add, like, a sciencey room. I don't know. I just thought it would be something really, really cool to just add and share. And I don't know. I'm just spitting. I think I'm proud of myself for, like, coming up with the idea. It's not that great of an idea, but I came up with the idea, so leave me alone. Oh, look, even the spores are coming through here. Oh, that's cool. And the spores are coming in through here as well. You can't miss that. Okay, so we come back over here to the last tower. Now, if you guys have really keen eyes, you'll have noticed that one of the towers on this floor has something sticking out of it. Well, it's this tower. Now, this tower is the observatory. Now, I thought, because there's Princess Rosalina, and they study the stars, and, you know, they've been working to figure out what the actual galaxy is, that there could be an observatory to match the science experiment room. So here we've got, like, telescopes and books and telescopes to pretty much map out what each of the stars is for, different comets, like, constellations. But how do you study them? You need an actual observatory light. So on the outside, this is what it looks like. It looks like a can. I tried creating one of those, like, I think it is just called an observatory, for the castle. And I think I did pretty good. You know, there's a glass that looks out towards the sky. I have a loom here, which you can use to, like, manipulate the stars. Because if you turn it to nighttime, time set midnight, you can see, like, the moon and the stars straight away. You know, and obviously there's supposed to be like a magnifying thingy, so it's like you can use the loom to like make it bigger or smaller or something like that. But yeah, I thought that would be like a really nice addition in homage to Rosalina, who doesn't get mentioned a lot in games. Well, she never used to get mentioned a lot, but she's getting mentioned a lot more now. She's becoming more of a playable character, which is cool. But yes, that is all 4 of the towers on this floor. And is the entire library pretty much done. So what I'm going to do now is get down off this floor. Okay. I just did a whole lap of the library again because I forgot where the stairs were. Now the stairs do keep going up, but they pretty much keep going up to nowhere. If you want to keep going up, you're literally just going to... Oh my god, what the hell? I really should have gone around and done like a one last check before I did this recording. This is a nightmare. It pretty much just takes you up to nowhere. Like, you literally can't even go that far. I was going to use it to, like, keep going to, like, the private chambers upstairs, but I thought, no, let's add a different staircase for that, because that's private, you know what I mean? So, coming out from the library staircase, we have this staircase with this very beautiful pillar showing off light. I have no idea what this is, but it looked cool. It just looks like magic. Magic is just like, the star magic is just like flowing through it. I know, I thought it looked really cool. There was no point to it, it just looked cool. So we'll come up the stairs. Now you have to go all the way past the first and second floor of the library and the roof. So you have to go all the way up. But once you do, you're greeted by this first floor. Now, this current floor that I'm currently on is the bottom of the top tower of Peach's castle. Now, Peach will obviously have her own set of attendants who pretty much are by her side 24/7, you know, her little handmaidens. And I thought what they could do is, instead of sleeping with the rest of the staff, they could sleep here right next to the tower. So we've got a little bathroom for them on this side, nice little private bathroom area. But this bathroom area leads out to our first set of beds. 1, 2, 3. With chests and paintings and tables and lights. And I tried to use the space as much as I could, but obviously it is a bit of a small space. I think it's like 4 blocks from wall to wall, because obviously I had to put the blue wall in, plus the roof and the pillars. So I just tried to utilize as much of the space as I could without making it too small or too cramped. So I've got 2 sets of bedrooms here. And then there's a sitting room here with a painting. I have no idea what the stairs are for. The wall needed something, so I put them there. And their own little seating area, which then takes us back to the staircase. So that's pretty much what that is. There's 6 beds, 1 bathroom, and a sitting room for all of Peach's handmaidens, because obviously she'll have a handmaiden for her dresses, someone who makes them, you know, her personal cleaners and paperwork people and blah blah blah. This is the royal suite. This beautiful, tall, open space area is where the royal family will sleep, the king and queen, or Princess Peach. So this is her bedroom. She has a really big canister bed with pink sheets, because she's pink, she likes pink. Her own separate little bathroom with a really big tub. I mean, how cozy does this look? You can just sit there in the corner, let the bubbles soak around you. I should have put soul sand in here, but I'm pretty sure right below me is the roof. Yeah, that's the roof to the floor. Like, coming out of her bedroom, we take it back around the circle here, and in this room is like a private office, so she can sit, do her paperwork, look out at the beautiful sky. I'm pretty sure from here you should be able to see most of the city. If I open my render distance to like the max, she can like come out here and she can like see the village or like the ocean or something. She'll be able to see something because you can see the pipe there. Now, I was going to put a balcony on her window. I was thinking of having just a little balcony, especially in this spot, so she could come out and like watch and wait for Mario. But I thought it would be better to leave the window here, and instead she could just look out and go to the balcony where her glass painting is. Now, also here is a map table. Again, really long shape. You can't really put a mushroom in here. I mean, you probably could if I really wanted to, but I didn't. Once I finish building most of the Mushroom Kingdom, I'll start filling out maps and everything, and I'll put them here so she can like plan her attacks or like look over her kingdom and just go, wow, I have the best life or best job ever. And she could just sit and read and just do her own little thing. Because I thought it would be really cool to have... I knew I wanted to use this tower especially for her room, because obviously that's where it's pretty much been located for most of the games. So yeah, I just thought it'd be great to have her private chambers up here. So coming back up through the staircase, it actually does keep going this time. It's not like the library where it just stops. It keeps going all the way up to the very tippity top of this castle. It just takes a second. Up. Now, this space is probably my favorite area of all time. This is the Royal Vault. So, any and all artifacts collected on Mario's travels that are too dangerous to actually be out there in the world are here. Or, otherwise known as Minecraft's most dangerous things, because we can't exactly, I could probably create a separate texture pack to turn all these blocks into something. So I have like the dragon's head from the ships, because the Ender Dragon, and I have a skulk here for the warden. I wonder if I can activate it. You can! That's so cool. Because obviously the warden is the most powerful being on the Minecraft world at the moment. An end crystal, because end crystals rock, okay? Like, look at the way this thing floats. It looks so mythical and majestic here. Dragon egg, because there's only one dragon egg. A beacon, because they're really hard to get. Not really, I mean, you could just kill the wither under the bedrock, but, like, it's supposed to be challenging, and, like, it's a bedrock, so, I mean, bedrock, it's a beacon, so it's, like, it's supposed to be really mythical and epic and whatever. And a mushroom block, because it is still a Mario build. It had to be, like, mushroom. And then in here I have a Triton with channeling, but what I want to do is I might want to retext a Triton when it has channeling, if you can do that, to be like the Star Rod. For those of you who don't know what the Star Rod is like a really, really, really powerful object in the Marioverse. It is the most powerful item in the game other than a superstar, which of course we don't have. Oh, you know, I could put a nether star. I could probably get rid of like the dragon head and put like another star and then get rid of... Anyway. Oh, I could retext this to make it like a superstar. Oh my god, that's such a good idea. I have to write that down. Okay. I've written it down. So other than the superstar, the Star Rod is the most powerful item in the Marioverse because it can grant the holder any wish they want. So it's pretty much like an unlimited genie. It's like a wishing wand. And it's really, really powerful. Now, there's a comic out there that once upon a time, Princess Peach got a hold of it, I'm pretty sure. And she became, like, really corrupt because she could really, like, literally have anything she ever desired. It was really, really bad. And, obviously, if Bowser were to get a hold of the Star Rod, which I'm pretty sure he did in Super Mario Paper Jam, I think is what it was called. It was one of the Paper Jam. I know it was one of the Super Mario Paper games where he got a hold of the Star Rod and pretty much took hostage Princess Peach and all her people living in the castle. But he couldn't use it, I'm pretty sure, because he didn't have the power or the heart, something like that. But anyway, yeah, that is going to conclude our tour of Princess Peach's Palace, or Mushroom Palace, as I'm going to call it, because Princess Peach's castle is like, yeah, I mean, it would be known as that to the locals, but like, this castle has been around for generations. Like, it was literally around when Peach was a baby, so how else would it be around if it wasn't a separate name? Is he still here? This tour has taken me like an hour and 15 minutes to do, and he's still here. I thought Wandering Traders was supposed to disappear after like 20 minutes. Well, I guess if there's no day cycle, then, I mean, I guess they don't know. The AI doesn't know, because they're only supposed to be around for 2 days, not 20 minutes, which I guess would make sense. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of my tour. I have 95% completed the interior of Peach's Castle. I just haven't done all the secret little thingies that I wanted to do. Because I was desperate to get this video out to you guys. Because I really, really wanted to show you what I had been working on all this time. Also, look at my skin. I got a new skin. I thought it would be super cool to get out of the Alex skin and get an actual skin. Kind of similar to what I have on the channel. Obviously, I have a green octopus with a crown, so I was like, green crown, grumpy face, boom. That'll do. Simple, basic, looks good, is pretty much what I'm going for. And it's my skin. Like, I created it. I don't think there's another skin out there like this, which is awesome. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I have finished my tour completely. Next video will most likely be hardcore for the next couple of weeks. Hardcore, couple other games. I'm also going to be playing Poppy's Playtime when it comes out February 2nd or February 3rd, whenever it comes out in Australia, because I am desperate to play that game. I'm also going to get a face cam before then to obviously give you guys my full reaction when I play the game. Because, hello, it'd be like super cool to have a face cam and play my first ever horror game. Hopefully everything works out well by then. But yes, so I will start construction on Peach's garden and planning out what I'm going to do for that. I'm going to start planning out the village. But that is the end of my rambling, so I'm going to tell you to love yourself, love others, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Hello everyone, Tyler back here. I know that you guys have probably most likely clicked off of this video. If not, okay, that's enough of my rambling. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to give the channel some love. Make sure to love yourself, love others, and I will see you all in the next video. Ciao!